All right, and we are back with game number 2 here. And this hand's a keep. We need to draw a land for sure, but we got, some plays if we don't. Our hand's pretty good against red-black too, right? Like if we draw any of the token-making things. Oh, mono black aggro. And, I think this is a good moment to bring up something. Just because the deck's the best deck doesn't mean, or even the perceived best deck won't mean, doesn't mean you won't play against other decks. So I think as we continue to win, because obviously this is an easy 5-0, we will run into other decks that are probably red-black. I will not block. I'm going to just slam Lord Effects. Also, they might play like a Scrounger or something I need to like really block. Oh, jeez. Wanted Scoundrels. That's not the S card I was thinking of. Killing this will be great for us, though. Vampire. A lot of tribes on the battlefield. We got soldiers, vampires, human, pirate, zombie, jackal. So, this board, it's clogged. Now, if they attack with the Dread Wanderer here, we might block, because we're going to play another Radiant Destiny. Although, I guess we just take it, and then we have Radiant Destiny 4/3 Martyr of Dusk, and I would block it. This might just get Fatal Pushed. Seems like a card their deck would play. Alright. We have a Vampire left over. I think we just take it. We have another Radiant Destiny, so... Bone Picker, okay. This is a double Bone Picker turn. Scoundrel, okay. So I think we want to cycle to hit a land drop. Because we have a Lord we can play. Which is actually probably better for us. Interesting. So playing the Martyr actually lets us have another trade up with the Scoundrels. I can attack for 2. I don't think we need to, though. Without hitting a token maker, we are going to have issues getting to the City's Blessing, I think. Especially if we're missing land drops. But if we can kill this, we're going to get treasures. So, that's something. It's probably just Bone Picker. That makes a lot of sense to me. If we draw Legion's Landing, we get to play Landing plus Lieutenant, which is pretty sick. Otherwise, we probably just play Radiant Destiny. Yeah, I don't think attacking is good for them. We'll just block with the Vampire. Oh, I'm sorry, attacking with the Wanderer isn't good for them. Okay, so that Dreadshade is one of their better cards. We'll talk about that here. So it pumps with every attack for each mana they have. So kind of just want to play Radiant Destiny here. If we play Radiant Destiny, this gives us the most stats if we draw another Anthem effect. And then we also have a chance to double spell. If we draw another 2-drop like a Dusk Legion Zealot, we can play that plus Legion's Lieutenant. We don't have Vigilance yet, so we can't just battle in, which would be kind of sick, actually, since we would trade with some stuff, but they are in a interesting position, too. I'm interested to see how long they're just going to attack with Bone Picker. Alright, didn't last long. So they attack with Dreadshade. I think they should attack with something else as well. Even something small, because I'm incentivized to kill Dreadshade. So I have to double block this Dreadshade, I think. We need to kill this thing. If they have a Fatal Push, that's bad for us, for sure. But a Dreadshade sitting around is like an actual problem. Alright, so they did have Fatal Push. So they're going to take their turn in order to just kill our thing and keep their Dreadshade, which is really good for them. And we gain no life. But we do have a vampire sticking around. So we can draw another 2-drop vampire here. We're still in it. Alright, Fatal Push is actually really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is interesting. I can Fatal Push this to get... If we Fatal Push this, we actually have City's Blessing, and we can attack for 4. So this creates 2 tokens for us, right? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Wanted. Wanted scoundrels. Stinks because I would like to Fatal Push that. But gaining 4 life is huge for obvious reasons. They could chump block, but I don't think they will. And now we have Champion of the Dusk, which if we can actually get Champion of the Dusk to stick and have us like draw in, I guess we wouldn't be able to draw into much. It'd have to be like a Legion's Landing. Alright, so our vampire will go, we have 7 stats. So they have to spend 4 on the Lord. This is interesting. So we can actually attack back if we don't block the Dreadshade. But what does that mean? If they play another Dreadshade, we would be in trouble. Because we need life for this Champion Dusk. The Champion Dusk will also block most of the team. So if we go block, block, they're going to pump it up to 6 at most. Kill this, and this would be 3, so it wouldn't die. If they had another Fatal Push, it would be backbreaking. I don't know if we can win if they have another Fatal Push anyways, because it would stop this lifelink, which would make our Champion Dusks utterly dead. So I think we are forced to block. I think we have to kill this Dreadshade, because it just represents a mana sink for them every turn. I think they'll definitely kill the Lord. You could make an argument that killing the lifelinker is more important because of Bone Picker. And I buy that argument, but I imagine they're going to kill the Lord. Oh, I thought my computer froze for a second. Okay. I was like, oh no. They did kill the Lord. Now, they have Fatal Push. Okay, they're just pumping up right now. So they might only pump once and develop the board. Alright, so we actually came out 1 life ahead on that exchange. Thanks to all damage happens at the same time, so the Lord's still there. It's quite nice. It's a quite nice. Walking Ballista. So Legion's Landing is actually interesting. So I can play Legion's Landing, and I draw 1 more card. I think that's worth it. I think losing the 1 life is worth the 1 card. We also lose the treasures. But if we flip this, it's a great way to win the game. Essentially, we're going to break even on life this turn. But drawing 3 cards is a lot of cards. Alright, so we have a land. And we drew 2 token makers. So we're going to have the ground completely locked up here. We have a 6/6 on the ground. Alright, so they're going to block ping. They might be able to kill us, but we weren't going to gain life that much either way, and we have to draw cards. I feel like we have to draw cards. The Bone Picker, you know, our things are like fragile, so. Walking Ballista is for 2 right now. They can't attack with these. Alright, they're scooping. So, I think we want the Fatal Push here. And I can see these being good. And I think these are bad. I think we want 1 cast out. It could just be Champion of the Dusk isn't worth it. Maybe it's better to have one of these than Champion of the Dusk. So we played this kind of setup. This will allow us to interact with their board some still. Still have a little bit of refill, because we do need some sometimes. Like in that game, right? Like where we need to be able to close the door. Also, it's a big body. Now, it could just be that Immortal Sun is better. It stops Karn, which I bet they play. It makes our spells cheaper. And buffs the team. We're going to try Immortal Sun in this matchup. I never actually tried it before, but I think the black deck is actually so, like, sly and gets underneath us so quickly that's worth having. I didn't see Heart of Karen, so I'm not going to bring Invoke. If I had seen Heart, I know they have Scrounger. I would definitely bring this card in, just as a way to, kill a Scrounger, but most importantly, kill the Heart of Karen. So, I think that's where we're at currently with this sideboarding plan. All right. There we go. Save. All right. So currently our hand is pretty good. We've got, plays every turn. We got a Fatal Push for some early interaction. I think it might be important to Fatal Push on our turn, actually, if possible, because of Bone Picker. But I'm not sure if I should Fatal Push this. Let's draw and see what we have. So we have a land, so we're working towards settle. I think we do just actually want to play around Bone Picker. If we push on their turn and they double Bone Picker us, that's actually insanely good for them. So there's no reason, I think, to worry about that. Alright, Dusky Boy, get in there, drawing some cards. Make sure we get our land drops, curve out to maybe some tokens. Also, Dusky Boy will not eat a Fatal Push. They don't get to use their mana, which is nice. Wow, looks like they did have Bone Picker type cards. Yeah, we're gonna play Legion's Lieutenant. It's probably gonna get Fatal Pushed, but I don't know. I don't know if they're winning, if that's how that game's gonna play out. Okay. So we win. All right. Reasonable enough for me. Let's move on to the next one.